In part 2 of this custom cruiser, we're going to cut this board down to size. Let me just grab my tools, Jiggy and Sandy. Some of Sandy's food, some 60 grit, 120 grit, as well as 220 grit. And Jiggy's food too. Use standard clean wood blades to prevent splitting and get smooth cuts. Don't forget safety glasses. Here's a list of things you need. In part 1, I measured and drew up the lines to cut. Here I'm carefully following those lines with the jigsaw, but please, for the love of God, wear safety glasses. Doesn't have to be perfect, just stick slightly outside the line. You can always sand down the excess, but you can't add more. Now for sanding, the power sander is not necessary, but it really helps. This has always been my favorite part of any woodworking or custom builds I do. Start with 60 grit and work that shape, and get the curves of the edges down unless you want them flat. Once it's where you want, go down to the next grit. In this case, I'm skipping straight to 120. I'm switching to that grit here, and now's your chance to get those edges as perfect as you can. Before we get to the last grit, 220, we're gonna check for some deep splits. And damn, there's still some pretty deep ones in here. Use a screwdriver to separate, fill with wood glue, and use C-clamps to seal together. These were only 98 cents. While it dries, I'm hand sanding the rest of the way with a 220, getting that smooth as butter, getting rid of any splinters, just making it feel like new. Once that dries and clamps removed, it's ready to just finish up. Check out these split edges. They were rough, but at least I got some kindling for the next fire. This is obviously why I cut them, they were bad. But check out the final results. Tested multiple bushings and the best fit for the rider style and weight were chosen. Plus they even match those Bronson bearings, pretty sweet. Clean edges, barely any splits, just need a little bit of grip tape. This thing has become a mighty fine, badass little custom cruiser. Hit me up to get yours.